Lance Hotel in Port Arthur, Texas on 1813 Fair Warning. Great to see you, sir. Listen, you had quite an ordeal today at a Jefferson County polling location. Where did you go?
Yeah, I was at the polling location at the Port Arthur Public Library on 9th Avenue.
Okay, so you walk in, you just walk us through the process, a simple process of voting. Everybody in America takes it for granted they'll be able to vote properly. You walk straight in, and what happens?
Yeah, I walked straight in. I presented my identification. I was given a activation code, and they told me to proceed around the corner to a gentleman that was standing at one of the voting booths.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got to that particular location, the gentleman asked me to see my activation code, and he told me to go ahead and enter my code in. And I touched the screen trying to enter the code in, thinking that it was a touch screen. And he said, no, you have to use the keypad. And he started to put, I think he put the first two numbers in the keypad for me, and then I put maybe the last two or three, and then it activated and popped up. Once it popped up, he then put his finger on the dial, and he said, okay, if you want to scroll down, you scroll to the right just like this. And he used his finger, and he said, if you want to go back up, you scroll to the left. And I noticed that when he took his hand off, that the name of Joe Biden was highlighted. And so he told me, he said, okay, now you can go ahead and press enter to begin the process. And so, I told him, I said, nice try, pal, but if I hit enter right now, I'm going to vote for the candidate that you just highlighted.
Is he assuming that you are going to vote for Joe Biden?
That's the assumption, because he told me, the response that he gave me was, well, you can go ahead and vote for whoever you'd like to if you don't want to vote for him. And I'm like, well, what else can you say in that kind of predicament,
Yeah. A lot of people right there, Lance, they just go ahead and vote. You did not do that.
No, I did not do that.
Tell us.
I did not do that. He used his own finger, and he got the mouse, and he highlighted the candidate that he wanted me to vote for.
All improprieties, right.
And as I was doing that, I took a step back, and I noticed the lady next to me was doing the same thing for the person that she was dealing with.
Oh.
And I knew we had an issue that needed to be reported, because it was being done to me and the person right next to me.
Now, what did you do then?
Well, I didn't leave until I'd actually got someone on the phone. They told me to just call Jefferson County. They didn't really take me very serious. So I stepped outside and I called directly into Carolyn Guidry, and I was able to make direct contact with her. And then from there, I contacted the sheriff department to file a complaint.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make sure that they understand this is not acceptable. And the way I feel about it, that particular guy that dealt with me, he's probably voted, maybe, there's no telling how many times he's voted today. If I thought as Americans we're only supposed to be able to vote one time per day.
Exactly.
One time per election, but and with this system that they've got going on there, they're voting multiple times a day.
Oh, wow.
That they highlight.
What is your understanding, having spoken with Jefferson County District Attorney Bob Wortham, his office, about this issue? What is your understanding now?
Well, it's my understanding that that office and the sheriff office and all the offices involved are very disturbed about this, and they are, as I understand it, they're trying to take immediate action to make sure that this does not continue, because we have live voting going on, and it can be happening. There's no telling. So it's my understanding that they're trying to take immediate action on this now, and that's my hope.
Are you
try to bring some awareness to this issue?
Yeah. Are you angry about how this played out?
Well, yeah, because I'm just like everyone else. I wasn't expecting this to happen in that manner. It happened so smooth and so seamless. It was as though all I had to do was just walk in and press the button, and then it kind of clicked, like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to choose my own candidate, you know, and that's how things got started. Yeah.
So again, it looks as though charges will be pressed in this case, as far as the district attorney's office is concerned.
Yes, that's the direction it's going currently.
And they say there's no potential for vote fraud at all in our system.
Yeah, that you know, the way it's set up, you would think that it's pretty cut and dry. But had I listened to what that gentleman told me to do, I would have been voting for his candidate.
It is comforting. It's comforting to know that Carolyn Guidry, the Jefferson County clerk, took action.
Yes. It's my understanding that they're trying to, you know, have a meeting about that today. And that's what I'm being told.
How long have you lived there in Port Arthur?
I've been a resident in Port Arthur for at least 10 years, without getting an exact date, but it's more than 10 years.
Have you seen anything like this before?
No, I've voted continually, and I've never, you know, typically when you vote, you're on your own. You have to figure it out on your own or ask a question. I've never had a person assume that I don't know anything about the system and walk me all the way through it without asking the questions.
Extraordinary. A remarkable story you have. Lance Desautels, thank you for your courage, man, to step up.
Yeah, well, thank you for taking interest in the story. Yes,
people are going to be shocked and surprised by this one.
Hopefully we can get something done about it.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining us on 1813 Fair Warning.